Yeah.
Hey, it'd be just like those Apple employees that are petitioning to not go to work again.
I mean, wouldn't you not want to go back to work after being comfy in your
John,
jammies at home?
I got canceled for the first time in my YouTube career, actually.
Wait, why? What?
Dude, read the comments on that last video that I posted.
Wait,
They're
are you
not
serious?
great. I got a lot of flack in DMs and messages for my comments in the last
Dog, what?
last video. Yeah. No, I wanted to talk about it on the pod because it seemed like a lot of
Clear
people were
the air.
upset.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to make this a
And-
clip. Real dramatic.
Yeah.
Sam Kohl responds to angry
Period.
fans.
Just period.
Okay.
Sam Kohl responds. So
Oh wow. Oh wow.
yeah, and they have lots of thumbs up. That's how I knew I was like, oh shit. I got real anxious last night. I went to bed feeling like shit.
Really?
I was like, man.
Oh wait, okay. Before you tell the story, I need to give you a hug. Here's a virtual hug.
Okay.
Don't.
Thank you.
Here you go. Okay,
Aw.
a little hug. Okay.
Oh,
Was that better? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to
feel
give you
better.
a
That was really
hug.
sweet.
I felt bad because you were anxious
Dude,
last night.
you know, it's the trenches out here. And so essentially, I have a couple things to say. Number one.
Okay, wait. Can you run for the people that are not familiar?
Yeah, no, I'm going to recap.
Okay, cool.
So in my last video, I thought I would be doing a fun segment poking fun at the fact that like lots of Apple employees, not lots, but some Apple employees have circulated some internal letters or other things in response to Apple's hybrid work plan. And I thought it would be a funny bit. And like, it just shows you how much the world has changed because like this would have been a really funny, it would have hit different probably about a year and a half ago.
Fuck everyone else.
and I was, the hybrid work plan was 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. So still you're working 5 days, but it's only 3 in and 2 out instead of, I guess technically a lot of people are at 5 out right now, none in the office. So I said, these guys don't want to work. They should just go back to the office. Like, it's 3 days, bro. Are you kidding me? And that was what I said. And
oh no.
I read some comments about it and a lot of people brought up some good points. And I wanted to talk about it because I think my perspective has changed in the past 48 hours. And genuinely, I feel like it was a good learning experience. And I appreciate, like I think a lot of people, and I think when I got like feedback or criticism, you either do one of two things. It's either like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, like, it's just like a fear response of like, I don't want people to hate me. And then the other one is like, fuck what people say. I don't care. That's me. I'm unapologetically me. And I definitely fall somewhere in the middle. Like, I was definitely speaking from my own perspective. And I was certainly blinded by the fact that like, I've also worked from home for my entire life. And it was mainly poking fun that a year and a half ago, this wasn't even a question. But now that the pandemic happens, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So I was, my delivery was not good. And I think my delivery made it sound like I had some ulterior motive or some sinister, unapologetic, unempathetic take on this, which was not that. Like, looking back at my intentions, it was like,
you had a severe
like, just go back to the office
judgment.
and stop crying. Yeah. And it was definitely like, I changed some of my takes, which are people talking about childcare and their pets and the commute and the cost of housing in Cupertino. And it got me to reconsider a lot of things as far as the fact that like most employees need to be in the office. Like, I definitely think some, but I'm not going to change my stance on the fact that people working on product engineering, I do think that, well, of course, everybody works differently, right? So I want to make that clear. But let me say this. I know the way I work best in person with people. Like, if me and John were in person right now and I could like look over and like give him a real hug in person, like that would just be better for me. That works better for me. So I think I was definitely speaking from my perspective of, I know I'm not as productive working from home as I would be in like a more office environment. But then I was talking to my mom who works from home and she was like, I actually get significantly more work done at home than at the office. I used to talk to people way more at the office. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. So I wanted to talk about it because it seemed like it hit a lot of people far closer to home, literally, than I anticipated.
I'm so confused as to why people were angry though.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear up that like, choice is important and that I'm on the people's side and that I think the people should be able to choose because that is my stand. Like, I feel like that my view of like go back to the office and listen to what Apple says is inconsistent with like right to repair or like other views about Apple, such as like the Epic versus Apple of like give customers choice. I'm like, customers get choice, but employees don't have choice.
Would this be a different argument if it wasn't Apple? Like,
no, I would agree.
Employers want to have employees in office?
No, I think they do, but I think a good point that I think a lot of people brought up was that this is really the first time that employees feel like they've had any choice in their scope of work. Because I mean, you and I have choice, right? Of
There's
where we
so
work
many
and how we work.
You can get a different job.
You're right, but I really am about John. You're walking the line of cancellation,
dude. I'm
right
so
now.
confused how people were angry. Like, comments that I read,
will be
like,
honest.
What?
I was not expecting that. Like sometimes I've made comments in videos or jokes where I'm like, ooh, was that too much? Like as I've recorded, I've said that too much, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna
like
put it out anyway.
Like you hit the upload button, like.
Yeah, and this was one of those where just it wasn't.
You had no idea. It
wasn't even on the radar. Yeah. Not even on the radar of that. This would really affect a lot of my audience, and I think a lot of people felt like I was kind of shitting on them and the position that they find themselves in, struggling with getting sick, struggling with taking care of their families, struggling, dude, with like COVID. Like I have to wear a mask again, John. St. Louis is back under a mask restriction.
Oh, really? St. Louis is?
I just want to say, I know that this is not going to make anybody who's unvaccinated get vaccinated, but please, for the love of God, just please get vaccinated. Please.
Arkansas does not care, dude.
Oh, neither does Missouri. Like, please, just please, guys. I have shit I want to do in my career. I got cool stuff I'm working on. Just please get vaccinated. You're putting everyone. You're so selfish for not doing it. And I've just been I've been on one today about it, dude. Like I've talked to 4 different people about how my tweet. I'm just because my building was like, you got to wear a mask, and it's not even the mask. I'm just annoyed that we were there. And it was in sight, like the light. We were, and now it's just. Yeah.
And then everyone.
I feel like we're back to square one, and I know that we're not back at square one. That's a bad way to look at things, but it felt that way, and I'm just genuinely pissed off about it, John. I'm pissed off, and it was that with the cancel that really was a great way to.
It's just been a rough 24 hours for you
to Chicago, but I had a good time in Chicago.